guys, welcome to my channel. So for my first video, I wanted to film my go-to makeup look, which is this look right here. This is just like a simple, cute, fun, easy makeup look. I can always turn to this look if I don't really know what kind of makeup look I want to do. I just said look a bunch of times. Before we jump on in, make sure you subscribe below, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. If you want to learn how to get this look right here, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I already did my brows off of camera, and now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So before I apply that, I'm going to apply my primer, and I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer. And I'm just going to put this all over the lids. You can use whatever eyeshadow primer you want. For a simple look like this, I just like to use a regular eyeshadow primer. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of my translucent powder and I'm just going to apply that to my eyelids to set the primer. So typically when I don't know what kind of eyeshadow look I want to do, or if I don't want to do anything too crazy, then I'll always go back to this look. I'm using the MAC eyeshadow in the shade Saddle. It's just like this deep brown color. And I'm just going to use this to apply it to my lids. So first I'm going to apply it to my lid and then I'll blend it out after. Typically after I like how the lid color is looking, I'll use another shade, which is the Urban Decay eyeshadow in the shade Naked. It's just a light tan color, and I'll just use a little bit of this to further blend out the color. And then I'll take a fluffier brush and then I'll just continue to blend it out. After you're satisfied with how that looks, I'm going to move on to my next step, which is eyeliner. And I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I like to just line my upper lash line. And this also helps me prepare for my falsies. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes. The mascara that I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. And since I'm applying falsies, I'm only going to apply a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go apply my falsies and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and the lashes are on. So next I'm going to take my eyeliner again and I'm just going to line my lash line one more time. And this just helps to blend in your real lashes with your false lashes. And also if you have like a space in between, then you can just cover it up. Also, I forgot to mention, the lashes that I'm wearing are the Ardell Demi Wispies. I've been using them for a few years now, I think. They just match with my eye shape really well and they're pretty affordable, so if you are looking for a good lash, try these out. So before I go in with my foundation, I like to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I just spray this all over my face. First, I like to put a little bit of foundation on the back of my hand. Since I do my eyebrows first and I don't want to mess them up, I like to outline the outside of my brows. So just like how you would carve out your eyebrows underneath with concealer, I do the same on top with foundation. So once I'm finished with that, I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way foundation and I'm using the shade Natural Beige. I like to do like one pump of that, and with my beauty blender I'm going to apply that all over to my face. Also, if you notice, I don't apply foundation under my eyes because since I apply concealer there, I don't want to cake it up. So with the foundation, I just apply it everywhere except under the eyes. And I'm just going to apply a little more. I have some problem areas right now, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more to those areas. And then I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I'm using the shade Warm Beige. I like to take a shade that's closer to my skin tone, and I'll use this shade to conceal any problem areas. So any blemishes, any acne scars, redness. You want to use a shade that's closer to your skin tone so that it's not highlighting those problem areas that you want to cover up. Next, I'm going to take my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is a shade light to medium, and I like to use this before my concealer under my eyes just so that it helps to brighten even more. So I'm just going to apply a little bit with a brush. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. And I don't know if you can tell, but it just brightens the area even more. I'm actually going to be using the same concealer, just in a different shade. I'm using the shade Light Beige, and I use this to highlight my face and to conceal my eyes. So I'm just going to apply a little bit on my chin, the middle of my forehead, a little bit down my nose, and under my eyes. And then with my beauty blender, I'm just going to blend that out. When I blend out my concealer, I also like to go down the side of my nose, just so that it helps with my nose contour later. I'm like really jittery right now because I just drank a lot of coffee. And then I'm going to take a different beauty blender, and with my translucent powder, I'm just going to use this to powder the areas where I just highlighted. Also set the under eyes. The areas where I'm setting with a beauty blender, I just feel like if I use a beauty blender to set it, it lasts longer than if I were to just use a big powder brush in all these areas. I think I drank too much coffee. I'm like super tired now. For the rest of my face, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to powder the rest of my face. Also, the translucent powder I'm using is a La Mer The Powder. And I like to use this color right here. I'm going to take a small angled brush and use that to contour my nose. And you want to be careful with this step because once you go crooked, there is no going back. I'm going to use the same shade to contour my jawline. Normally I won't contour my face if I'm just doing a quick look or if I just have work or something. Like I'll contour my nose, but my face I just get so lazy sometimes and I just use bronzer to, you know, mimic the contour. But there are days when I don't contour my jawline, oh my gosh, and then I take a picture or someone takes a video of me and that double chin is no joke. So I'm trying to make an effort to contour my jawline at least every time. Make that double chin go away. And for the sake of the video, I'll contour my cheek area. And I just like to do a little bit on the outside area. So just right here. And if I have any leftovers, I'll just take that along the hairline. Then to further brighten the under eye area, I like to take the KKW brightening powder in the shade 3. And I'm going to put a little bit of this along the sides of my nose. And this will just help my nose contour even more. And then I like to also put a little bit under my eyes, just so that it can brighten it even more. And then I'm going to take my Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I'm going to use this to bronze up the skin. Then I'm going to do my highlights. I'm going to be using the Ofra highlighter, and first on a small brush, I'm going to take a little bit under my brow arch. So I'm just going to apply a little bit and then blend it out with my pinky. And then I'm just going to take a little bit down my nose. And also on the tip. And then on my highlighting brush, I'm just going to take that on my cheekbone. This highlighter is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love a blinding highlight. Yes. And I'm going to be using the Lorac blush in the shade Prism. And I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. I used to not be a big fan of blush, but I think that's because I didn't really know how to apply it to my face. But once I learned the best way to apply it to my face shape, I really like it. It just gives you a nice pop of color. Gives you that innocent look. Last but not least, I'm going to take my Makeup Forever setting spray and spray this all over my face. Also, if you take your beauty blender and just go over your skin with it, it'll just help melt everything in. Okay, so I'm going to do some finishing touches on my face and then I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is a finished look. I just fixed my hair. I added some shadow to the lower lash line and I threw on some lipstick and lip gloss. The lipstick that I used is a Patrick Star collaboration with MAC in the shade Mama Star. And then I just threw the Fenty lip gloss on top of it. I hope you enjoyed this look and I hope you learned at least something from it. If you guys have any questions about any steps in my makeup routine, just leave them in the comments below and maybe I can make a more in-depth tutorial on it. If you have any more video ideas, also leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Why can't I do this? For this eyeshadow look, I just take, I don't know what to say. Okay, so typically after, thank you, next. Oh, my hair.